DMTV, bitch! Don't get tucked in, pussy!
Bitch, I got money now!
Check it out again, because I can't say this enough. I want to see have a #1 crossover single. Have a #1 rhythmic.
What is going on? It is the boy, Dwayne McClain, at Dwayne McClain TV. Shouts out to all the subscribers and everybody supporting the channel. I really appreciate all the support. Please make sure you hit that like button and turn on the notification bell because we're going to be dropping a lot more breakdowns and content moving forward. Now, as you see, today's breakdown is going to be about Nelly. It's supposed to have been dropped, but I just have made the time to get around to it because he's most definitely a sellout and one of the individuals have drank juice. Now, growing up, I was a fan of Nelly. I did like Nelly's music. Nelly did have some good music, but just like every artist in the entertainment industry, he has sold out like the rest of them. Every last single one of them sold out. And I want you guys to watch this video from beginning to the end because there's a lot of good information in this video, and there's no denying the fact that Nelly most definitely from the time he started his career that he sold out and sipped the juice. Also, he was one of the main ones who pushed that ugly early 2000s gear or clothing. That was probably one of the worst times of fashion in history. Now, Nelly threw up this 4 hand sign a lot, and I know this little baby threw this hand sign up and a few other artists. I will have to get with my team to see if we can figure out the deeper meaning behind this or why these artists throw up this 4. Whereas a lot of artists throw this up. And as of right now, I don't have the information, but I did notice that he threw it up a lot in his videos. And a few other artists throw this same similar hand sign up as well. And I know if I did a little more research that there would be a deeper meaning behind it. So if you guys have any, or ladies and gentlemen, whatever, if you have any information on what this particular hand sign is, please let me know. Now, let's move on to one of the symbols that I am familiar with, the one-eyed symbolism. And usually, these artists will take a picture with their hand in the shape of a V or something highlighting their eye to show them their allegiance to the Brotherhood, the Freemasons, or, whatever Brotherhood it is. And the artists usually either cover one eye up or they'll put something on their eye to highlight it. Similar here to Mac Miller. Mac Miller was one of the ones who sold out heavy. And a lot of other entertainers have been seen taking a picture like this. But yes, Nelly's most definitely sipped some get down juice by doing the one eye symbolism. And we'll touch on that later. But this part here, I want to show y'all a few similarities on how artists are possessed when they go on stage, and I'm going to show y'all this video here of Nelly. It clearly looks like something is taking over him.
Check this shit out again, because I can't say this enough. I want to see have a #1 crossover single. Have a #1.
And as you can see here, it looks like Nelly is completely on something. Pure demonic. Doesn't look like a safe place. I told you these concerts are not safe for y'all to be at. A lot of negative energy goes there, and you can see clear as day on his face. It's not even him in control. A lot of these artists let other entities in their bodies take control of them so they can get on stage, and that's how they sleep at night. They do a lot of weird, crazy stuff for them to even be in these positions that they're at, these famous positions that they're at. And you see him, look, constantly throwing up devil horns, constantly throwing up the 666 signs. Let me show y'all this video of Post Malone where he's on stage and look like he's on something. All right, look at Post Malone here. Look, eyes rolled up in his head. You see the flames all behind him, nails painted, throwing up the devil horns, just like Nelly. That's exactly what Nelly was doing. And he has 1-5 on the shirt. 1 + 5 is 6. These entertainers are clearly working with evil spirits behind the scenes to get to their fame and to also curse the crowd. Now, watch this clip of Beyonce talking about something taking over, and also watch this of Damian Idris where he said he called him the devil.
Before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me, and I knew that was going to be my coming out night for the BET Awards.
I went in the corner and then I was looking at the wall and I was like, come on, devil, right? Come to me, because I had to do something like crazy, right?
And there's proof were from two separate celebrities where they said something takes over them while they're performing. So it says Damon Idris claims to have called on the devil for snow spa inspiration. I was like, come on, devil, come to me, because I had to do something crazy. I told y'all that's how they are able to cope with the crazy stuff that they do. Very, very similar to what Nelly was doing. Nelly, look at him. Clear as day, he's on. Look how crazy it is. Starting out with the devil horns. Nelly is not, he's not exempt from any of this. And when you watch these concerts, we're going to show you more throughout this breakdown of all the crazy stuff that he does. Now, let's move on to some more stuff that I found about him. And this part's pretty interesting. Now, this is an old photo of him. See, he's throwing that forehand sign again. An old photo of him with him and the St. Lunatics. And every last single one of these dudes are throwing up mixing their hand gestures. And if you look right behind the guy in the Cardinals, you will see that they have the Boy Lover logo. Now, that right there is, and that's also the checkerboard pattern, but we'll talk about that later. That little squiggly or that little spiral is actually the logo that the FBI of the United States deemed that the pedophiles use as the boy lovers. All right, here's the official document that they came up with. And you see right there, I think the one on the right is for the girls. I'm about to have it to where it shows what each one means. But y'all this is public knowledge. Y'all can just Google this stuff and find it. But that right there was behind their photo, and I noticed that. I already knew, these guys had to give up something, and taking advantage of a little child is part of the rituals as well. And you see that logo means little boy lover. That's what that spiral means. This spiral also appeared in J. Cole's video right there. And I think I did a breakdown on J. Cole. I think I went in on. Y'all know I do not care for J. Cole at all. And this video was his J. Cole video called Count It Up, and it was full of symbolism. It had a checkerboard print pattern, and it also had him throwing the devil horns, and it also had the spiral, which means little boy lover, which is an official document from the FBI. Now, this is a young rap group from the 90s called Bad Creation, and this group here, you see they're throwing up some hand gestures as well. All these boys throwing up Masonic gestures. The boy in the red, he's doing the hand and coat. The boy to the far left, he's doing that L sign that the Brotherhood throws up. But the main thing I want y'all to take from that is them having that spiral there for little boy lover. Now, we all know that a lot of these boy groups were getting touched on. Immature, B2K, a lot of these guys were getting touched on in the music entertainment industry. A lot of them. And that's why I feel like this group here at Bad Creation had that spiral on the back of their album cover. Now, look at this right here. You see the boy right there in the front? His butt turns to the camera, letting y'all know what it is. They have to give it up. And these little albums, like I said, I'm not surprised, would not be surprised if all of the young boys from the 90s got touched on. Here's another weird photo of these gentlemen. They're in the Beta Sex Kitten print. They're all in bed with grown women. Y'all, this is a very terrible photo. Why ain't nobody questions this stuff? All these, look at that. That's a man with his arm around that little boy, and they're in there with one grown woman and there's 6 boys in there. This is a very disturbing picture, but nobody talked about this because this was the 90s. But that deserves its own video. Main thing I want y'all to take from it, that the St. Lunatics and Nelly took a picture in front of a wall that had the little boy lover logo on it. And this is back in the 2000s. This right here would have went over numerous of people's heads. They would not have caught this at all. So yes, Nelly is not exempt from any of this stuff. And that is just how the music industry got down. Everybody has to give up something. So I'm pretty sure these dudes partake in harming or touching some little children. I'm pretty sure they did. Now let's move on to a very interesting hand gesture. Now, a lot of artists are seen throwing this gesture up. This is for the Brotherhood. This is for the Triangle, all CNI, numerous of different definitions for this hand sign. Just know that there's plenty of evidence and images of multiple celebrities throwing his hand gesture up. And he also did this on the front of a magazine. I'm telling you, the untrained eye, this will go unnoticed, but not for me. And y'all, this is back in the 2000s. This is early times. They've been doing this for years. Right here, you see Nelly in the black and white checkerboard pattern throwing that same hand sign up. And he's also on top of the red. So the red's for the blood, and then the white and the black is you got to do some man-on-man stuff. Now, this photo alone is enough to conclude that he's down the boys. The white and the black, the red, all that stuff. Yeah, when I first seen this photo, I said, man, dang, Nelly sold out big time. But it actually gets worse. I'm telling you, continue watching this breakdown, man. These artists are sellouts, and they do this in some of the worst fashion I've ever seen, But let's go through a few other entertainers that threw this hand gesture up. You got Wycliffe, and his homie Wycliffe is also down. You got, I think it's Eric Sermon. He's throwing that same hand gesture up. And you also got Janae Aiko. She's throwing that same similar hand gesture up where that Nelly was. This is Timberland. Way too many celebrities already. And this is Deion Sanders. He's pretty big right now. Coach Prime. French Montana, he's another one. Got talentless. Don't know how he got into the industry, but somehow he's in the industry. Lionel Richie has doing the same hand sign. And last but not least, Kendrick. I showed you at least 10 different celebrities throwing up the same hand gesture. But sometimes that's not enough because the average person is not going to let the worship of their favorite celebrity go. But yeah, Nelly's sitting right here on this photo. Let me know everything I need to know about him as far as him selling out. But some people might need more. They might need more information. Now, in the previous video, we seen him in front of the white and black checkerboard pattern, which is in every Masonic lodge. That same pattern appears and is shaking like a tail feather in this video he did with Diddy. So I'm pretty sure Nelly gave it up to Diddy. I'm very, very positive. Diddy was going around taking the manhood of all the entertainers there, right? Now, you can see right here that checkerboard pattern shows up a lot there. And I don't know, maybe these women in these videos are not even women. They probably might be train stations. But that checkerboard pattern pops up way too often with so many different celebrities. And like I said, that pattern is in every Masonic lodge. And I had to catch this photo really fast. But yeah, a few artists who took pictures with this checkerboard pattern. You got Lady, I forgot, this is Doja Cat. I don't know why I say Lady Gaga. Meek Mill, bald face, checkerboard pattern. We got Jalen Smith. The list goes on and on and on, man. This just makes no sense how many entertainers does. This is Lizzo. I caught this one recently. Some of these photos I took recently of them with a checkerboard pattern. This is Jonathan Majors in his latest movie, Magazine Dreams, rocking the checkerboard pattern. So many entertainers do it. Now, moving forward, I found this image of Nelly. I have not found the actual stock image. This is from an old YouTube video, and I still can't find it. It popped up really quick of Nelly throwing the 666 hand sign. So I couldn't find this image anywhere. But if you look at it, he's doing the 666 hand sign. He's also doing the one-eye symbolism. And in his hand, he's holding the number 7. 7 and 6 is 13. That's one of the Brotherhood's favorite numbers to go about. But it's hard to find this stock image of this photo. But I did catch it, and when I found it, I'm like, yeah, I got to use this for the breakdown. Because, man, this is the 666 hand sign. Way too many celebrities done the 666 hand sign. They all have to do it. And I understand why it goes unnoticed because the average person is not keeping up with all this stuff. They'll see it and not think nothing of it. And that's how these Satanists were able to get away with this for so long. Now, here he is doing it again on another magazine cover that I found. One-eye symbolism, 666 hand sign symbolism. So Nelly's not exempt from any of this stuff. He does a lot of one-eye symbolism. Throughout his career, he has a lot of his photos. He's taking one picture with one eye. And if y'all start looking back at these old 2000 artists, you start realizing a lot of them sold out. This is Nelly on the cover of his Sweat album. Which is really weird to have. Now, this is Nelly in the red room. I noticed when I started doing this type of content, a lot of artists would take a picture with a red background. And he's also doing his hands in the symbol of a gun, let you know he did the ritual where you got to get a weapon fired at you. But the main thing I want y'all to take away from this photo is the red background, which is for the red room. The red room is where the entertainers go, where they sacrifice chickens, people, their backside, and that also lets you know that they probably are letting their rectum get ripped to where it bleeds, right? And the Red Room, I had an independent video on it years ago. The Red Room basically stands for a room or a thing where people will go online and watch people get their lives taken live on camera. And by the end of it, the room is painted red from the blood. Now it's time to spin the block on the hand gesture that he's making, where you make your hand gesture in the form of a gun. And I noticed throughout, history, a lot of artists take a picture with this gun signed to their head. And Ice Cube is showing you in this photo, he did the vow of silence, mouth tape with the gun signed to his head, meaning he took the ritual. Wale did it as well. Why would you want to take a picture of a gun to your head? You're going to take your own life. This right here is letting the world know that they went through a certain phase and the different rituals. Kevin Gates did as well. So many different celebrities. You do not want to take your own life. But I did find this article on the Masons where they did this Masonic initiation ritual involved firing a weapon. It says in 2004, a Masonic initiation ritual at Southside Masonic Lodge number 493 in Central Islip, New York, tragically ended in a fatal shooting. A 76-year-old man, Albert E.I.D., intended to fire a blank round from a 22 caliber handgun as part of the ritual, but mistakenly reached for his 32 caliber gun, which was loaded with live ammunition, and shot fellow Mason William James in the face, killing him. The shooter was described as an accident due to the confusion of the shooter. An article in the New York Times reported the incident and shed light on the secrets surrounding Masonic rituals. This is the only article that I found about this ritual, but we're not going to know about any of their rituals because everything's done in secret. I'm glad this one came out, so that let me know anytime these guys are going up the ranks, they have to partake in this ritual where a weapon is fired at their head, and that let me know that when you see these artists making that gun gesture, that they went through this initiation ritual. Now let's go through a montage of photos of Nelly throwing up the devil horns, all right? Now I'm also going to play y'all a clip of Mr. Anton LaVey, who stated that this hand gesture is used to put a curse on the crowd.
I understand that, what are you doing?
I'm giving a blessing to the audience.
I don't think they appreciate it. They were throwing it back.
Well, they thought it was a curse. Would you like me to show them how the sign of the curse works?
Sign of the curse?
Completely different.
How does it go?
No, not at you people out there in the audience, but this is the difference.
Aim it toward Red China, would you?
This is the sign of the horns. A curse sign, the two fingers extended. This way, spread apart for sort of shotgun blast,
I always figured if I ever met the devil, it'd have dirty fingernails. Go on.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Where?
Dirty fingernails.
Well, that's because I've been fooling around with your equipment.
Never mind. Don't blame it on the studio. Go on with it.
All right.
So that's the sign of the horn, and then what happens? Is that it?
Well, there are other ones, too.
Yeah, what are the other ones?
The other ones, one of them's the pox sign. That's three fingers extended.
A pox on you?
A pox on you. During the Middle Ages, this was...
Yeah. Oh, yes.
But
You're
originally...
a bad cat.
Well, you have to be bad to be good, don't you?
Is it true that you teach people how to make voodoo dolls and stick pins in them to hurt people?
That's right. I believe that hate is necessary in a controlled way just as much as love is necessary.
So with that being said, look how many times Nelly throws these devil horns up through this live performance. And if y'all peep game, he just did the 666 and devil horn combination, which is something a lot of entertainers do. So when y'all see this happen simultaneously, they let them know they're not doing that as a coincidence. But look, Nelly's throwing the devil horns up over the crowd, also letting you know that he's trying to put the curse on them. And throughout this whole performance, he's throwing the devil horns up because he is currently, right now, while he's performing, possessed. There should be no reason as a way you can justify why he's doing his hands like that so much throughout this performance. Like, he's overdoing it at this point. Only reason I can think of, he's want to put the curse in the crowd, and he's also paying homage to the entity that put him in this position that he's in, right? Now, Nelly is seen here throwing up, like I said, throwing a 666 hand sign in numerous photos and the devil hand sign in numerous photos. And if you look at all these photos, there's way too many of him doing the devil horns, man, to the point to where if you look at this stuff, you cannot think to yourself that, hey, this is just an accident. Nah, at this point now, he's intentionally doing it. And Nelly clearly sold his soul to that GOAT deity that they all love to pray to and worship. You know, I was thinking maybe Nelly slipped through the cracks, but making this video, nah, Nelly most definitely sold out big time. Right now, here's an image of him. Looks like he's doing the Baphomet hand gesture, which that's what I think, and that's the name of the deity that they worship, that goat thing. And you also see him in another photo doing it as well. All right, and I'm gonna play y'all a quick clip of Paul Mooney talking about how the devil worshippers in Hollywood worship this goat.
There's a bunch of devil worshippers in Hollywood. And there's a lot of black folks too. And they be throwing up them signs. You see them, this, that, all of them. Watch the rappers, watch them folks. It's scary. It's very scary. That devil is real.
Well, what is this?
Oh, the devil in this mess, yeah.
Because I closed this up. I thought this was rock on.
Be careful. No, the goat, be careful. They'll get you. Be careful.
Let me keep my hands down. And I was doing like this, like rock on. It's like, no.
No, watch them.
Yeah, so plain as day, Paul Mooney let it be known that a lot of entertainers sell out, right? And it's not crazy that so many entertainers have taken a picture in this stance because they are paying homage to that goat devil thing that they all love and worship, right? And like I said, throughout these photos, I seen Nelly with numerous of other celebrities doing this hand sign. Man, he did it way too much about his career for us to say it's not. That he didn't get down. Nelly got down all the way. And now this is another gesture right here with the L hand sign. I did have information on what it was, but we will be spending the block back on that because a lot of entertainers take pictures with their hands in this shape or form. I think that stands for the cane or the 7 or the Freemasonic 7. One of those what that hand gesture stands for. I know if y'all look up the 2-ball cane, it looks just like that. Right? But where they throw it up. But we will be deep diving on what that means. I'll get with my team and come up with it. But here's also another photo of Nelly doing some other brotherhood gestures with the hand over the chest. The hand over the heart symbolizes that they will cross their heart or not die, that they ever speak about any of the rituals, that they will pretty much have their heart will stop if they ever speak out about stuff. That's why they're pretty much under oath. So when y'all see that, that's what that means. And Nelly is taking quite a few photos doing that, the hand over the heart. And if you see right there, he's in front of the checkerboard pattern again. And it doesn't stop. It never ends. But there's numerous of times throughout history where we see individuals throwing up this gesture, the hand over the heart symbolism, or throwing up, different types of hand gestures to let them know that they are down the brotherhood. If you look right behind Dave Chappelle's head, a dude is doing that little 7, or that hand gesture I was just talking about. But I'm pretty sure that y'all got the hint that Nelly has done more than enough to show y'all that he has sipped a lot of get down juice. Now, if I missed anything in this video, please let me know. And there he is with the Run DMC dude throwing the devil horns out. Man, all the entertainment industry full of devil worshippers. But please let me know if there's a video of something I missed to Nelly. I did go back and watch a lot of his songs or his videos, and I really couldn't find much as far as his videos. Even the Hot in Here video, I thought that would most definitely have some symbolism. But most of his stuff just came straight from a good, quick Google search or a detailed Google search. But there's no way you can watch this video and conclude that Nelly is not a part of something bigger than what he claims. Now, is it Freemason? Who knows? But I do know it's something. I do know they're a part of something, and they are worshiping a particular deity in Hollywood, and that's why these artists and entertainers are still around. And he had to give it up. He had to split it wide open. Let me know if there's any other artists that y'all want me to do one of these breakdowns on, and let me know if there's any other videos in general you want me to talk about. The Ice Wall, the Antarctic Treaty, the Uncharted Islands. It's always had to be about celebrities or somebody being harmed. We can talk about anything. So please hit my email, patrock1982@gmail.com, if you have any questions or you want to give me some information or you have any requests for breakdowns. I'm also doing promotions as well back on the channel. So we're going to be working hard, trying my best to stay real consistent as possible and just to break out of the little, I guess, video recording slump that I was in. But I really appreciate y'all patience. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Light in the night sky. Go higher and higher. You leave it all behind. You leave it all behind.
Come on, roll that.
Let me over here, let's make this clear. I don't want no fear up on this here. I don't want no pee up on them tears of years of feel the drill. My lips are sympathies. This here was sent to me. This one time here we meant to be. No one fly time to the tape for me. But the mama last life the post. It ain't like the most, and I fight for more till I can't no more. But this love for sure gonna hit the most, cause we here to